Hi everyone, welcome back to Vinyasa with Virginia. Today's class is all about the fifth chakra, Vishtata. Thank you for joining me. Start by sitting tall, closing your eyes, tuning into your breath. Vishtata is the fifth of 7 chakras and is located at the center of the throat. It's often associated with the color aqua and the ether or sky element. This energy center connects us to our expressive selves, reinforces communication, and governs the ability to speak one's truth. Imbalances can manifest as gossip, indecisiveness, and poor self-expression. We do throat chakra work so our thoughts align with our words and to be our authentic selves. Set an intention for your practice today. Today I offer the affirmations of the 5th chakra, the throat chakra. I am unique. I am honest. I am kind. On your next breath in, inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky, and exhale the hands towards the heart. Let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder, taking a neck stretch here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, letting the head hang heavy. Feeling gravity pull the head towards the shoulder. Feel the stretch in the neck. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale back to center. We'll start to make half circles with the neck. Drop your chin towards the chest and let it roll all the way towards one shoulder. And then exhale, drop the chin back towards the chest and let it roll all the way to the other side. Taking some half circles here. Releasing the back of the neck. Now start to drop your head towards the back of your neck for half circles the other way. Letting the head drop and rock to one side. Then you can slowly invite full circles in with the head. Switching directions. Moving carefully and slowly. Come back to center. Take a couple shoulder shrugs. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, open the elbows out to side and bring the hands behind the head and push the head back into the hands. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, big sweep up. Exhale, bring the fingertips behind the head. Push the head into the hands. Open up the throat. Feel the chest expand. And release. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, interlace the hands and bring the hands underneath the chin and use the hands to push the chin up towards the sky, finding a stretch in the front of the neck, opening the throat. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale and release. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, take the hands, interlace them, and bring them behind the head. Feel the weight of the hands on the back of the head to give a stretch in the back of the neck. You're not using any force here. Just feeling gravity pull the weight of your hands. And release. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, take a twist toward your right, hooking your left hand on the outside of the right knee. Inhale, back to center, lift the arms and maybe the gaze. Exhale, twist to the other side. Right hand hooks on the outside of the left knee. Inhale, back to center, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart. Some seated cat-cows. Inhale, draw the chest forward, lift the chin. Exhale, round the spine, chin draws towards the chest. Inhale for seated cow, pull the chest forward. Exhale, seated cat, round the spine. Inhale to rock forward. Exhale to round. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, take a side bend over to your right, dropping the right arm to the mat and lifting the left. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Drop the left arm to the mat and extend the right up overhead. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Big breath in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, the hands to prayer. One more, inhale. Exhale. Last breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Take them out in front of you and find your tabletop position. Engage your core. Spread the fingers wide. In that strong base in your table, send your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. Inhale, rock back up to your table. Exhale, hips towards heels. Child's pose. Inhale, back up to table. Move through a few rounds of cat-cow, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, and exhaling to round the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze lifts. Exhale for cat. Big breath in and back to a neutral spine. Setting up for spinal balance. Keep that strong core, keeping the hips level. Extend that right leg out behind you, flexing the foot. Once you're steady, you can float your left arm out in front of you, palm facing in. Extend between fingertip and heels. Exhale, release. Keep the hips level. Slowly begin to straighten that left leg about hip height, flexing the foot, maybe internally rotating the leg to keep the hips level. And inhale, send your right arm out in front of you to balance, palm facing in. Reach fingertips away from heel. Inhale. Exhale, release. Find that strong tabletop position. Engage the core, grip the mat, and we'll come into it again on the other side. Inhale, straighten your right leg about hip height. Flex the foot. Send the left arm out in front of you. Inhale to reach fingertips away from the heel. As you exhale, crunch elbow towards the knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, reach fingertips, stretch out long. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, release. Find that strong core before moving on to the other side. Moving with intention, slowly straightening that left leg, flexing the foot. And inhaling the right arm out in front of you, palm facing in. Find extension between fingertips and heels. And exhale to crunch underneath, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch knee to elbow. Inhale, find length. Exhale, squeeze your core. Inhale, one last time, extend. Exhale and crunch. Inhale, find your spinal balance. Exhale to release. Table. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart for cow. Exhale, round the spine, chin draws towards the chest for your cat. Tuck your toes, send your hips up for your first downward facing dog. Push your hands into the mat, draw your chest towards your thighs. And you can find whatever movement feels good here. Maybe bending one knee, and then bending the other. Pedaling the feet out, wagging your tail. A few more deep breaths here. Inhale, look up in between your hands and come onto the tippy toes. Tiptoe your way up to meet your hands, making small steps into a forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Use your breath in to lift the arms up overhead all the way to stand. Exhale, the hands to the heart. Mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Reverse swan dive up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, mountain. Inhale, lift the arms, gaze goes up to follow. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for your flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms up, reverse swan dive, big breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart, mountain. Inhale, lift. Bring the hands to touch. Exhale, take a side bend over to the left. Inhale, back to center, lift the gaze. Exhale, side bend over to the right, keeping palms to touch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take a tiny back bend here, keeping the bend in the top of the spine. Exhale, the hands to heart. Inhale, big sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. You can keep a bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back into your plank pose. Shift the weight forward. Elbows tucked in tight. Lower halfway. Chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the heart. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up in between your hands. Bend your knees. Take a big step up to the front of your mat. And inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to stand. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, mountain. Bend the knees, sit back into your chair pose. Inhale, weight is in the heels. Lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee. Sweep the foot up to the front of the mat and find your warrior one. Left foot drops at a 45-degree angle. Hips are square. Interlace the hands behind the back. Straighten the elbows to lift the heart. Lift the chin up as well. And as you exhale, start to fold forward into your humble warrior. Maybe your hands lift away from your back. Push evenly through both feet to stand. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale to sweep the hands up overhead, warrior one. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands to frame that front foot. Step back into your plank pose and move through your vinyasa. Inhaling for your upward facing dog. And exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, bend the knee, swing the foot up to the front of your mat. Drop the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Use your inhale to rise, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the heart, straighten the elbows. And you can begin to fold forward into your humble warrior. Lifting the arms away from the back. Engage your core. You'll push evenly through both feet to come back to stand, moving slowly. Find one more breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, sweep them back up. Warrior one. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands to frame that front foot. Step back to plank. Shift weight forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, look up in between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Hop up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend both knees deeply. Sit back into your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale to stand. Mountain. Come back to your breath. Back to your intention. Inhale, lift both arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back and then the left to meet it to plank. Shift the weight forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Swing the foot through up in between the hands. Coming back into your crescent lunge. Staying lifted on the ball of the foot. Bring the hands to the back of the head, stretch the elbows out wide, and press the head into the hands. Lift the chin. Big breath in. Exhale to settle. Inhale, lift the arms back up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knee, step the foot up in between the hands. Staying on the ball of the right foot, use your inhale to rise into your crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the fingers behind the head. Stretching the elbows out wide, push the head into the hands, lift the chin. Find openness in the chest. Maybe a tiny back bend through the top of the spine. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward. Step that foot back. Move through your vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring that right foot up to the front of your mat. Staying on the ball of the left foot, rise to your crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands in front of you and bring them underneath the chin and use them to push the chin up, finding that stretch in the front of the neck muscles. Breathing deeply. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep the arms back up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward. Push straight back. Downward facing dog. Other side, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, swing the foot through. Find your crescent lunge on the left side. Interlace the hands in front of you. Bring them underneath the chin. Use them to push the chin up. keeping a bend in that left knee. Hips are square. Energy is pushing through that right heel. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the arms, crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward. Plant both hands on the mat. Step back to your plank. Shift the weight forward. Lower halfway and hover. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips draw towards the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it to the front of your mat. Opening up to our warrior two. Left foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Right knee is stacked right over the right ankle. Fingertips are reaching away from one another, but shoulders are relaxed. Hips are open up to the side of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Lift the right arm high. Exhale, back to warrior two. Gazes over that front right middle finger. Start to shift your weight forward. Bring your right elbow to the right thigh and extend your left arm up overhead for extended side angle, making one line with the arm and the leg, pushing through the pinky edge of that left foot. Use your inhale to come back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to frame that right leg. Step the right foot back to plank and move through your vinyasa. Inhaling to lift the heart and exhaling for your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it through to the front of your mat. Drop your right foot parallel to the back of your mat and open up to the side for warrior two. Relax the shoulder. Reach fingertips away from one another. Gazes over the front middle finger. Inhale to reverse your warrior, lifting the left arm up and over. And use your exhale to come back to your warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, start to reach out in front of you and drop that left elbow to the thigh. Extend the right arm up overhead. Extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Use your breath in to come back to warrior two. Exhale to settle. Cartwheel the hands to frame that front foot. Step the left foot back into plank. Shift the weight forward, lower halfway and hover, Chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come onto tippy toes. Tiptoe your way up to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive up to stand. Big breath in. Exhale. Mountain. Stand tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, reverse swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Use your breath in to reverse swan dive, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale the hands to heart. Mountain. Coming into our balancing posture. I'm going to take your hands into reverse prayer behind you, or if that's not accessible, you can reach for opposite elbows behind your back. This is going to help roll your shoulders back and open up your heart. So take that position with your hands after you step your right foot back about a leg's distance behind. You want your feet in different lanes of traffic, and you want your right toes slightly pointed out. Inhale to lift the crown of the head, and exhale, leading with the heart, you can begin to fold forward, keeping the hands behind the back into your pyramid pose. Come back to your breath. Deep breath in, exhale. Engage your core. Keep your arms where they are, but push through your feet to slowly begin to stand. And you're going to pivot on your heels to twist all the way around to the other side. So now your right toes are pointing straight in front of you, and your left toes are slightly pointed out, and your left foot is about a leg's distance behind your right. Lead with the heart and gently begin to fold forward over that front leg. Letting the crown of the head drop towards the floor. Striving to keep both hips level. Begin to deepen your breath. Push through your feet to come to stand. Pivot open to the side, finding a 5-pointed star, pointing all 10 toes away from each other, spreading the fingertips out wide. Inhale, take up space here. Exhale, bend the knees and the elbows out to the side, finding your goddess pose. Trying to create 90-degree angles with our arms and our legs. Invite energy into the fingertips. Lift the chin up towards the sky, finding openness in the throat and the chest. Take a big step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, sink into your chair pose. Lift the heart. Exhale, stand up tall. Mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Find a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back into your plank pose. Shift the weight forward. Keep the elbows tucked in tight, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Bend the knee, swing the foot up into the front of your mat. Staying on the ball of the left toes, inhale into your crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale to straighten the elbows, lift the chin. Sink the hips a little lower. Keep a bend in that front knee. Release the hands. Inhale back into your crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale the foot up to meet the front of your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Straighten the arms. Open the heart here. Lift the chin towards the sky. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Release the hands. Inhale back into your crescent lunge. Exhale, fold forward, plant the hands to frame that front foot, step back into your plank, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look up in between your hands, come onto tippy toes, and tiptoe your way up to the front of your mat, finding a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Use your inhale to rise, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale the hands to the heart center and find your mountain. Coming into eagle pose, you'll stand tall in your mountain pose, feeling all four corners of both feet. Sweep your right arm underneath your left, reaching for your left palm, and sink into your chair pose. Shift all your weight into your left foot and begin to lift your right leg and cross the right knee over the left, squeezing the legs together, engaging the core. Stack your shoulders over your knees. It's important to have a focus point that's not moving out in front of you, your drishti. Stay here and breathe, or you can begin to crunch forward, finding your baby eagle, squeezing everything in, crunching elbows to meet the knees. Slowly begin back to rise, pushing through your feet to lift the crown of the head back up, stack the shoulders. Inhale, sweep the arms up, plant both feet on the mat. Exhale, hands to the heart and your mountain. Feel the difference in each side of the body. We'll move on to the other side. Sweep the left arm under the right to reach for the right palm. Start to shift the weight into the right leg. Bend both knees deeply. And then you can lift the left leg up and over. Squeeze the leg together. Engage the core. Stack your shoulders right over the hips. Find your drishti and breathe. You can stay here with the shoulders stacked over the hips, or if you'd like, you can begin to squeeze, crunching your elbows forward into your baby eagle. Come back to your breath. Feel your feet planted. Push into your feet and engage your core as you lift the crown straight back up to the sky. Stack the shoulders back over the hips. Once again, inhale. Exhale, release. Plant both feet on the mat. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart, mountain. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Use your breath in to rise. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, mountain. Coming into another balancing posture. Tree pose. There's a few options here. You have your kickstand with the heel on the ankle. You can have the foot on your calf, or you can clear the knee and have the foot on the inner thigh. Stand tall in your mountain pose. Start by shifting your weight into your working leg, the leg that you'll be balancing on. Pick the level of your tree. If you have the foot on the inner thigh, squeeze the foot onto the leg. Now push the leg onto the foot. You can grow your tree whenever you're ready. Staying with the breath. Maybe you want to sway your branches and lift your chin towards the sky. Inhale, bring the arms back to center. Lift the gaze. Exhale. Interlace the fingers in front of you. Bring them underneath the chin and push the chin up towards the sky. Release. And shake it out. Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, the hands to prayer. Coming into it on the other side, start to shift your weight into the working leg. Pick the level of your tree. Push the foot into the leg. Now push your leg into your foot. Engage your core. Find a drishti. And breathe. Whenever you feel steady, you can grow your tree. Finding whatever hand variation you'd like. Maybe swaying your branches and inviting movement. You can always take tree pose up against a wall if you're feeling a little wobbly. Bring everything back to center. Interlace the hands in front of you. Bring the hands underneath the chin and use them to push the chin up towards the sky, finding a stretch in the front of the neck. And release. Inhale, step up to the front of your mat and sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, let everything go, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back into your plank pose. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Breathing deeply. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, drop both knees, finding your tabletop position. We'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow with our breath. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, chin draws towards the chest. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale, really round like a scared cat. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, send the hips back. Find a child's pose. You can have the knees out wide, toes to touch. Let the forehead rest on the mat. Come back to your intention. Use your next breath in to push up to a tabletop position, and your next exhale to find a downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, we're going to find dolphin pose. So keep that upside down V shape with the body, but drop your forearms to the mat. You're pushing your forearms into the mat to keep your head lifted. This will give you the strength that you need if you've been working on headstand. Lift your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, dolphin. Few more breaths here. Slowly push yourself back up onto your hands for your downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward into your plank. And lower all the way down onto your belly, keeping the elbows tucked in tight. After your belly is planted on the mat, use your next breath in to push your palms into the mat to peel the heart space open off of the mat, finding a baby cobra. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Engage your core. Tuck your toes back under. Push up to your plank. And then find your downward facing dog. Drop both knees. And swing your feet around. Come to sit on your bum with your feet out in front of you. Bring your hands behind you, pointing your fingertips towards your hips, about 6 to 8 inches behind you. And you want your feet about hip width distance apart in front of you, soles planted on the mat. You'll use your inhale to push your hands and your feet into the mat, lifting your hips towards the sky, finding a reverse tabletop. Inhale to lift the hips an inch higher. Exhale to squeeze and engage your core. Big breath in. Exhale. Inhale and exhale to slowly release. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Extend the fingertips long. And then bring the palms on the mat to either side of the hips. Finding staff pose. Flex the feet. Push your hands into your mat and bring your awareness to the crown of your head. Reach the crown of your head straight up towards the sky. Engage the core. Few more breaths here. Big breath in and release. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up towards the sky. Really extend here. Exhale, leading with the heart, begin to fold forward, reaching for your feet. If you have something you can hold on to, inhale for a halfway lift. Lift the heart towards the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Use your bicep strength to pull you into the deepest fold of class. See where you can soften and lengthen. Feel the breath expand the back body. A few more breaths. Inhale for your halfway lift, pull the heart towards the toes. Exhale to release. Plant the soles of the feet on the mat. Bring them out wide and you can begin to windshield wiper the knees all the way to one side and then all the way to the other. Releasing the hips. Slowly roll onto your back. Reaching your fingertips towards your heels. feet planted about hip-width distance apart. Use your inhale to push your feet into your mat and lift the hips high, finding your bridge pose. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, squeeze the glutes. Push your feet into the mat. A few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to release, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae onto your back. Lift the knees up into the chest and start to make some circles with the knees. Reverse the direction of the circles. Slowly begin to rock your feet back up into a plow pose, working to stack your hips right over your shoulders. If your hips are stacked over your shoulders, you can bring your hands to your low back, and then you can start to play with shoulder stand by lifting one leg and then lifting the other. Moving carefully and slowly. From shoulder stand, you'll gently start to bring those legs back down into your plow pose, moving slowly. And then from plow pose, you can then bring your hands back to the mat and begin to slowly roll out of your plow pose, vertebrae by vertebrae. Plant the soles of the feet on the mat and bring the soles of the feet to touch. Then drop the knees out wide. Deepen the breath. The word Vishtara comes from Shuddhi, meaning pure, and the root word Vi, which intensifies the word, meaning especially pure, emphasizing our divine right to speak our own truths. You are unique, you are honest, and you are kind. See where you can soften here, where you can release. Start to invite movement back to the body. Take the hands underneath the knees and use them to push the knees together. Draw the knees in towards the chest and start to make some circles with the knees. Take a happy baby by reaching for the pinky edges of the feet and pulling the feet in towards the body. You can rock back and forth here. Tailbone reaches towards the mat. Knees tucking into the armpits. And release. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Inhale your right leg, lift it up towards the sky. Cross it over the left and shift both hips over to the right while you drop both knees over to the left. Taking a supine twist here with the legs in eagle position. If this twist is too deep, you can always untwist the legs and keep them stacked as you drop both knees over to one side, letting the gaze fall in the opposite direction as the knees, softening here. Start to deepen your breath. Slowly begin to unwind, uncross the legs, straighten out the spine, and inhale to lift the left leg high. Cross it over the right knee. Shift both hips over to the left and let the knees fall over to the right. Bring your gaze in the opposite direction as the knees. Start to deepen your breath. Slowly begin to unwind. Undo the cross of your legs. And windshield wiper the knees to the left and to the right, all the way to one side and all the way back over. Hug the knees into the chest. Squeeze the forehead up to meet the knees. Give yourself a big hug. Exhale, stretch everything out long. Let the feet sway out to the side. Bring the palms to face the sky. Tuck the shoulder blades in under the body to feel the chest expand even more. There's nothing left to do except let your awareness soften and nourish wherever it touches, wherever it reaches, starting with the crown of your head, moving down to in between the eyebrows, softening the eyelids, unclench the jaw, maybe lick the lips or swallow to remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Feel the heart space open to the sky and the shoulders reaching towards the earth. Soften the biceps, elbows, wrists, and fingers. Feel your hips heavy on the mat and the earth support them from below. Relax the thighs, knees, ankles, and the toes. Bring your awareness to your throat. Feel the space and the warmth and its energy. Now as one, feel your body and let it soften. I'll let you know when it's time to wake. Shavasana. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Circle the ankles and the wrists. Take a big morning stretch. Reach the arms up overhead. Point the toes. and roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your next few breaths to push yourself up to a comfortable seat. And bring the hands to your heart center. We'll take one last breath together. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring the palms to touch at the heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Thank you for flowing with me. Namaste. Bye guys, we'll see you next time.